Hi everybody, it's Christiana, and today I'm going to be sharing a recipe that I found for French Apple Tart. I found it on allrecipes.com, and I've been using this recipe quite a lot in the past couple of years. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is wash your hands and put your hair back, which I've already done. And now we're going to start by putting our dough into our pan. And I've already pre-made our dough. This is just a simple pie crust or tart crust that I've made gluten-free by using oat flour instead of all-purpose flour. And then I'm just gonna put the pan in. Oh, and yes, I have had this in the fridge for about 30 minutes now. And it's gonna be a little bit different on the consistency because it's gluten-free. But then you're just gonna press it in. For normal tart crust, you're probably gonna be able to roll it out, which I think would be a lot easier, but you know, this is just as good and just as healthy. So in this dough I've put in oat flour, a tablespoon of sugar, half a cup of butter that was solid, an egg yolk, and 2 tablespoons of ice cold water. And I just put it all into a food processor or a blender, depending on what you have, and I just let it blend until it became a nice dough consistency. So yeah, and I'm just gonna keep going until it's nice and flat. Okay. So I think we're about done here. And then we're gonna be making the filling, which is called an apple compote. It's like an applesauce that goes on the bottom of your French tart. So we're gonna hop to the stove and we're gonna get that taken care of. Okay, so to start making our apple compote, you're gonna need 3 Gala apples, peeled and cubed. Half a cup of apple juice. I have used the apple juice without any added sugar or anything like that. Half a cup of water. Half of a lemon's juice, or you could do a lemon's zest, a whole lemon zest if you wanted. And then 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and about a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And now we're going to stir that, and you're going to put it on a boil for about 10 minutes so that the apples get nice and like soft. So yeah, I'm just gonna let that start boiling, and we'll see you back here when it's boiling. Hi guys, I'm checking in with you, and this is what it should look like. You should just keep it boiling like this for 10 minutes, and then after 10 minutes I'll show you what to do. You can stir it, you don't have to, but you can if you're getting nervous about it. And we'll see you back here when it's ready for the next step. Okay guys, we're back, and the apples are they have not been completely cooking for the 10 minutes, but they're soft. And so while they're at this stage, about 7 minutes in, you want to go in with a fork and just push the apples up against the side of the pan until it makes a compote. Or you could let it completely boil for 10 minutes and then go in with a potato masher, which is probably what I'm gonna do. But yeah. So There's about 3 more minutes on the clock until we're gonna take these off of the boil. So we'll see you there. We'll see you back. Okay, so this is what it looks like after the 10 minutes, and you're gonna keep the heat on. But see how the liquid has almost completely gone away? Now you're just gonna stir it up, and then I'm gonna use a potato masher and start mashing the apples. Now if you don't feel comfortable doing this with all the steam, you can probably transfer it into a bowl or take it off the heat and start mashing it. But yeah, you're just gonna completely mash it, and I'm going to continue mashing it, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done mashing. Why? See that I've pretty much gotten this fairly well mashed, but I'm going to do some more mashing, but I'm going to take it off the burner and bring it over to this one so my hand is safe from the heat. And now I think the potato masher has done as much as it can up till this point, so now I'm going to go in with a fork. And you could honestly probably put this in the blender and it would blend it very, very well. You don't have to do as much work. But yeah, I probably will show you what it'll look like after the blender. If this doesn't go so well, but yeah, I'll show you our next step after I finish. Okay guys, I decided I am going to do the food processor, and so I'm just gonna put our apple mix into my food processor, and I'll see you back to fill our tart. Okay guys, now we are going to be filling and assembling our tart. I preheated the oven to 350. I preheated it to 425. So while that's preheating, now we're going to assemble our pie. And this is just the apple compote that we made on the stove, and I just put it in the food processor, and it became a very nice applesauce. So yeah, I was just gonna add it to our crust and make it a nice even as you possibly can, even layer. Okay, so after this we're gonna be using we're gonna be decorating the top to look like a rose. It's gonna look beautiful. Now we see, this is what the rose is gonna look like. It's gonna look like that. And then I have finely sliced a Gala apple and a Granny Smith apple. I've also peeled them, and they're about that thin. If you can get them thinner, that'd be awesome. And I've just put about half a lemon worth of juice on them to keep them fresh. And now we're just gonna go around and on like a snail. I don't know what this is called, but you're just gonna overlap them. And if there are any apples that are so thin they're kind of see-through, you want to save those for the middle, because you want the ones that'll bend the most without breaking, and those are the ones that you want. Now I'm gonna finish this, and I will see you back here when I'm done, and then we'll put it in the oven. Hey guys, I just wanted to check in halfway. I'm almost done, and so far this is what I've got. It's starting to look like a rose, and I'm gonna be showing you how I do the middle, because the middle can be a little tricky sometimes. So I'll see you back when the time comes. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you that this part, when it gets to the middle, you really need to get the very thin and flimsy ones, because you just saw that this one just broke in half when I tried to bend it. So you just want to be very careful, and sometimes it doesn't really work, and sometimes it breaks, and if you feel okay with it, you can just put it in there broken, but like angle them together. I've kind of used as many flimsy ones as I possibly can. And then for the middle, for the absolute middle, you're gonna take the thinnest apple you got and turn it into a cone like that, and put it in the middle. And the applesauce or the compote should hold it. You might have to push it in a little bit, but yeah, and that's about it. You can go in with the extra apples that you have and kind of fill in the spots that you think don't have enough coverage, like this one. Or that one. Okay. Trying to look for. There we go. And so then. Okay, so that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. And now we're gonna put it in the oven. But first we have to add a tablespoon of sugar to the top so that it gets a nice sweet top. I don't know. And if you want it shiny when it comes out of the oven, you can take some apricot jam and put it on the stove so it becomes a nice liquid. And then you just brush it on top to make it nice and shiny. I'm not going to use a whole tablespoon of sugar because I think it's too much, but yeah, now we're going to put it in a 425 oven for 15 minutes, and then we're going to bring it down to 350 for 20 minutes, and it should be done after that. Thanks for watching, and hope you watch another one of our videos soon. Bye!